IIC, and other, etc. So coming to on-campus preparation, so on-campus preparation is very easy because company visited in our college, so we don't have to look out the industries. Industry came in our place. So whenever a industry came in our college, so they conduct a mainly two examination. The first one is aptitude and reasoning, and in aptitude you all know what is aptitude and reasoning. Like in reasoning, mathematics also came, like probability, permutation, binomial, and that's the stuff that you already know. So for campus preparation, you have to command aptitude and reasoning also, because first gate is aptitude and reasoning. Irrespective of your technical knowledge and interview skill, you will be discarded or failed in aptitude if you don't qualify it. So first you have to prepare aptitude and reasoning very well to go ahead. And if you qualify aptitude and reasoning, then you will face another paper, and which is based on your technical subject, your field. And if you qualify your subjects, then you will go to interview. So in I have already told about aptitude and reasoning, and then coming to technical subjects. So we read a very large number of subjects, but not all the subjects are related or important to placement. Because in my case, I am from electronics engineering. So whenever a company comes in our college, so analog, they will ask question from analog electronics, digital electronics, circuit theory, EMFT. But some subjects like humanities, they will not ask a question from humanities or like OE. So you have to command the core subjects. So I hope you all know what are your core subjects in every branch. So you have to make command in your subjects, and this is not related to your marks, because in semester we know that we can pass examination by just reading 1 or 2 days before examination, and we can achieve 20 15 out of 20 25, and we will pass the subject to A grade or B grade. So that's the not matter. You have to make the command, like whenever a logical question or घुमा चढ़ा के क्वेश्चन पूछे, तो you can answer this. And if your technical subject is good, then you will proceed to interview. So in interview also they will ask question from your subjects. So based on subjects, one thing remember, always remember basics. I will show you the demonstration of this. So you have to prepare your basics, like if you are from electronics or electrical background, so you also need to command on ohms law. That is, we read in class 9th or 10th, but they will ask question from ohms law also. So the basics is very necessary. Then they will ask you about your projects. So what you have done, what you achieved from your project, what are the tools and what are the skills that you learned from your projects. And sometimes they go through your projects deeper into deeper. And then if you have a research paper, then they will ask about your research paper also, and you should able to answer all the question regarding your research paper, because the research paper is very high, means high level of things. So if you do research, means you have a vast knowledge of that topic. And then if you have an internship, then they will ask about your internship. So where you did it, what are the tools you have used, and all the thing according to your resume. And then they will also ask you previous jobs. So we are freshers, so this section you can regard. Then the first thing, so these are about on campus preparation. So, and coming to off campus, so off campus is very hectic and very headache also, because you have a skill, you have a resume, you have a LinkedIn profile, but how can you approach, how can you go to how can you reach up to that level so your interview can be proceeded, or your technical exam can be conducted. So the off campus is very hectic, and we all know that, and the chances of is very less. So you have to be more active and more focused on your placement. So the first thing, the first gate of off-campus placement is your resume. So you can build a good resume. So these are the tips that you have to follow. The first, as a fresher, you required an one-page CV. So this is recommended, but not at all. But very good recommendation I have received in from all my seniors. So your CV should be one page, and it should be well patterned and well structured. I will show you the demonstration of this. Well structured mean proper indentation, like one thing start from here and the next line start from middle and the third line start from at the other corner. So this should not be happen. And other is no grammatical error, because in one page, if you mistake 2 or 3 times in your grammar, so the bad impression will come, because they know if you can't write one page in a good format and no grammatical error, so how you have prepared for your placement. And there also no typo error, because this incidents for me, I have done one typo mistake, so they ask me what is this. And how where to build resume. So the first is MS Word. So in MS Word, whenever you want to make your resume first time, then you should select a particular format, and you can take a format from your senior also, and from other source also, which you can see the relevant or good resume. So take that format and edit your content. So first you can do it through MS Word, and then you can also take help from online website, so like enhance cb. So this is the online website. So I have also attached the complete link of this. So I will also show the demonstration how to make resume from this website. And you can select one particular template and you can add your content. And the other is latex overlays. So I will recommend everyone to please, if you know some programming, if you don't know programming, then you can do it from using YouTube also. So to make resume through latex overleaf. Overleaf is like C programming app. So yeah, you can add your content through programming and then it will generate a PDF. So in overleafs, you have to make account first and then select existing template. I will also show demonstration of this. And if when you select a particular template, then you can add your content here there. And so the what content will the resume you have. So the first content will be your profile, that is your name, your and your branch name and email id, and then your education, and then skill, then internship. These are the section. I will show everything in detail also. Then your project, if you have research paper, conference paper, then you should write that. Then any certificate like Udemy course or NPTEL, so or any position of responsibility like you are a coordinator or volunteer at any club. Then honors and awards. So these are the sections that must be in your CV. And when your CV is complete, then you can proceed to LinkedIn profile. So how to make LinkedIn profile attractive so the HR can attract you and take interest on you. So first complete the profile, then add resume. I will show my profile, LinkedIn profile, and then you can find everything in that LinkedIn profile. Then your education, then your project with link. Links means if you did any project or anything, then you will forget about 1 year or 2 years. So how to preserve that material? So the GitHub provide very good platform for this. So whenever you do anything, you can make proper documentation and upload in GitHub, and this is also your reference, because whenever a company will call you for interview, they will not give much time. They will give 1 hour or 1 day or 2 day like that, not much time. So for suppose today you have an interview call from HR or manager, and they ask you, we will interview in tomorrow or day after tomorrow. So in 2 days, how much you can recall, how much you can revise your subjects, your tools, your projects. So this is not physically possible that everything you go through book in page by page, or you can use all projects line by line. So this will not be practically possible. So I recommend you, whenever you do any project or any learn any new course, then you can make your proper documentation, and you can make it in MS Word also, in Notepad also, and you can upload it into GitHub. So wherever there is a required to generate a link or to attach a link, so you can attach that link in your resume. And add a skill also. If you in LinkedIn profile, if you add a skill, then there will be, the LinkedIn will show you a job recommendation based on your skill. So things like, if you add your skill like MATLAB, so any job that require MATLAB as a skill, they will recommend that for you. So you don't need to go through a visit career website in a different company. You will get recommend from LinkedIn also. Then the main thing is connect with alumni or professional from different company. Like if a guy from electronics, then they can contact the company like Intel, Synopsys, Qualcomm, Broadcom, and all in semi on all the industries, VLSI or any industries. So I recommend you make at least one good contact for each and every industry that you want to do job for this or your dream company, because whenever there is need of a referral, so you can connect with him and he will give you a referral. And also don't ask about referral, but also ask about what are the skill that will needed. So you can message anyone from like Intel or any other company like Siemens or Electric or any other companies. So you ask is, if I want to uh, acquire placement in your company, so what are the skill I have to do, what are the necessary things I have to follow in my final year or in my education. So you can ask with them, and they will surely provide you a guidance. And your profile, LinkedIn profile should be active means you make change every 2 days or 3 days. So when HRs visit your profile, so they may see that you are active. So this will be good impression, because we know that off campus placement is very hectic, so there is very less chance for getting off campus. And if you got chance, you will be very lucky. And also off campus opportunity is very good as compared to on campus, in terms of all things. Like my friend all goes for jobs, and they working as an intern for 6 months. But in my case, I'm a full time, no interns and no other thing. I'm doing my training, but I'm a full time. So off campus placement is very good according to on campus placement. So what are the required skill you have to learn? So these are the points according to me. If anybody asks, then I will not be able to answer all these things. So in my 7 years of engineering journey, I faces that problems, and I am telling about that. So to learn industry standard tools. So irrespective of branch, there are tools that industry use. So in electronics, I can say that we use HSpice and Cadence Virtuoso. So these are the industry's standard tools, and I got this opportunity by using Cadence or HSpice, LTSpice. If I don't learn Cadence is my career, then Cadence in my college, then I may not get this opportunity. So when you learn the different tools, so if you do any project on that tool, you will learn very much. Like if you are learning MATLAB or C, so if you do some small project on that tool, so you will learn more things, and you will be able to recall when in your interview or any later. So learning tools you will forget, because we usually forget. If a person don't forget, then he will is very good, but usually we forget. If you learn one course from Udemy, and then 1 year later you will forget most of the things, about 80 or 90%. So if you do a project on, you will your understanding will be more. And if you do proper documentation and and upload in GitHub or any MS Word. And when you revise that, so you can recall all the things. And if you and then there are the research paper. If you do any research paper, then interviewer will take more interest in your research paper, and they will ask 1 or 3 questions, and you can able to like you can able to answer all the question because this is your research paper and you work on it. So these are the skills apart from academics. There is no alternative academics. You have to make command in your basics in your core subjects. So if you now if you have a good resume and you have a good profile, then the next step is to how to apply. So whenever you want to apply any company, the first one is internal reference. The internal reference is like a gold or diamond, because when you get an internal reference and your profile is good, then you will get 90 or 95% the chance of interview. So whenever your interview offer came, so up to you, and you are very lucky that you reach that point up to interview, and then rest of thing will be based on interview. So interview is the to reach up to interview is very tough, because I see many of my friends that he has very good of knowledge of basics, he has good knowledge of tools, but they don't go up to interview. So what will do? They will do nothing, and they will search here and there. So to reach up to interview is very good or very tough chance. So whenever you go to up to interview part, then you feel lucky, and then you work hard, and the rest of thing will be good. And the second one is website referral. Means you saw a job opportunity like in career or LinkedIn, and you want to apply. So ask for referral, and your seniors or your relatives who are working already in that company, you can send ID, profile, job ID, and your resume, and they will refer you. And referral will and the mail will come in your Gmail, and then you can fill up the form. And the third is career page website. You can search profile opportunity in career page, and you can apply directly also without attaching referral. And the second is email Gmail, like you saw a profile in LinkedIn, and they so send me the Gmail in this address. So you should write a 1 or 2 paragraphs briefing on yourself, and then attach a resume and send. And you can also make or search jobs from Naukri.com also. So I recommend you all that please make your account in Naukri.com and Indeed. These are not good. They provide not good job, but to see and to watch the performance, and I can say that आपको मतलब उस तरह से हो जाएगा कि कितना कंपनी कहाँ पे जॉब दे रही है ना. Because they will update their jobs, and we need this kind of hiring, we need this kind of skill. So you can compare yourself and make your profile better and better. And one thing is, most of the company has its talent network. So when you visit any career page, then you can see that join talent network profile there, and you can join and by simply filling the form. And the benefit of this talent network is, whenever they update any job profile, you will get email of that. So you don't need to require every day to search that career page. They will automatically send an email for that profile, and you can fill that form, and you can apply from there also. So I also recommend everyone to join talent network company. I saw some company, one or two have do not have talent network, but most of company have talent network. So you all join that talent network. So these all are the basic thing. Although I am from electronics, but I wanted to become it more general, so other brands don't hesitate and don't say yeah. So this is an irrelevant things. So coming to my journey, so my name is Munazir Raza, and luckily or unluckily, I failed in all campus placement. because I'm from diploma engineering, and I have not done 12th. So my reasoning and aptitude part is very weak. So in all campus placement, I got rejected in the first attempt also. In first attempt, like aptitude, I have appeared in Siemens, Schneider, Zia Semiconductor, like. So I rejected in the first phase only. So I feel very bad for this because we need placement, and campus placement is very easy, and unfortunately I could not grab any placement there. But मैंने हौसला नहीं छोड़ा, और I know that I know my I back up myself, and then I, if I don't know reasoning, that's not at all, because I have built a good skill. Because in company they will not solve your permutation and binomial, or they will not start, they will not ask to solve puzzles. They will work, they will work in their respective branch. So in my company I am working in chip designing in tools. आई विल नॉट सॉल्व पजल दियर. सो आई नो दैट जब भी कुछ आएगा, मतलब अपॉर्चुनिटी तो आएगी, और उसे मैं ग्रैब करूँगा जब स्किल्स पे आएगी. अगर कहीं पे भी अगर पहले एप्टीट्यूड रीजनिंग होगा तो आई विल गेट रिजेक्टेड. सो आई नो दैट, एंड अनफॉर्चुनेटली दिस सीनियर से डोंट कम, बिकॉज सिनॉप्सिस वाले मेरे से एप्टीट्यूड और रिटर्न टेस्ट नहीं लिए, वो लोग डायरेक्ट स्किल्स पे बात करें. सो I got this opportunity for internal reference, one of from my senior 1 year senior, and they provide me the internal reference. So the internal reference is very good, and my resume matches around 90% with that profile. So after 1 or 2 days, my manager called me that we found you a good candidate for interview, and we want to take your interview when you are available. So he asked me about whether you are available tomorrow or day after tomorrow. They gave me only 2 days. So I choose day after tomorrow, and one day I revise all the things, because this is the first time मैंने कहीं इंटरव्यू देने का सोचा, मतलब आई गॉट अपॉर्चुनिटी टू इंटरव्यू. सो एक दो दिन में मैंने सारे, मतलब जितने भी था रिवाइज एज मच एज पॉसिबल मैंने किया. And in this journey, I took help from my seniors for resume building, for LinkedIn profile building good, and I also take from my help from my professor that how I face interview, what are the preparation needed for of the interview, and what are the question expected. So my professor and my senior helped me very much. Without them, I cannot, I could not reach this place. And then they conducted me the 4 round of interview. The first 3 round interview was by manager, senior manager, staff, and all about 40 or 45 minutes. I will show the question also. And these are the full technical. They do not ask about puzzle. They do not ask about other subject like DSA or programming. They focused on technical in electronics only. So, and the fourth round is also technical. The fourth round was from my director. So my manager, he is above my manager also. And so he take interview, and he also asked technical question from my resume, and mostly question was from project and research paper, and some HR like other things, general things. So you can contact me through my Gmail, and you can search Munazir Raza also, and I have attached a complete link here, and my WhatsApp number is this. So that's all from my side, and coming to Q&A.
Hello,
Yes.
Munazir bhai. Thank you for the presentation. It was very informative and all the insights were very invaluable. I do believe it will surely help us in our future. We'll be taking
Hello.
questions from the audience in a moment, but I do also have some questions for you. Before we get into the
But
question, there's something I would like to say. As Munasib
but
bhai
Arif,
talked about late. Yes?
hold a minute. I want to show the my profile and other
Okay,
things.
sure,
Wait a
Munasib.
minute.
Okay.
So This is the resume, and you can I have built this in yes, enhanced CV that I have showed you. So
Wait a
in
minute, wait a
enhanced
minute.
CV, what is happening?
Nazar bhai, you
Please,
can
Hemal,
continue.
mute your mic. So this is the resume I have prepared in enhanced CV. So you can make an account and you can choose the template like I have also enhanced CV. Huh. So you can see these are the template, and I have chosen this resume one, and then I add my content. So you can change here everything like anything you can change here. So you can add your profile, education, CGPA like this, college name, and the duration and the place, and then you can add your experience. You can add your key achievement, conference paper, your skills, projects, uh, that's all. Because these are the proper indentation, because you can see that these are the properly aligned. Because if you make resume in MS Word, then you might be digital electronics, then analog from here or cadence from here. So to make proper indentation, you have to select the you have to select existing template, and then you can edit. If you do in MS Word with proper indentation, then this will be also fine. But if you don't want to bother about indentation, so you can select any template and then add your content. So this is free source. So I cannot recommend you that you make, but initial those who cannot learn over leaf, and then your they can made resume in enhanced CV or in MS Word. And then you can also take and this is the overleaf. You search overleaf, then this is based on latex is a programming language. But yeah, you don't bother about programming language. You can learn from YouTube also, because I don't have much knowledge about programming. I learned from YouTube. And then you can these are the
Which channel
template.
you learned from?
Any channel you
You
search on resume building using latex, and you have to go through one or two videos, and then you can select according to your need. So I have selected this. So when you select this, you will be redirected to your resume. So like this. So like if you want to change your skill, so you double click here and you write anything that in this block. So I'm not going to deep through this, but you can make your resume in overleaf. This is I recommend you that everyone should make once your resume in overleaf. Or you can, if you reproduce exactly in your MS Word, so this is also very fine. You can take this or another resume, and you can make exact same. Like, you cannot copy content from others. Content will be your own, but proper that like skill, these are sections. So I am showing from here. So this resume is good because I got this opportunity by using this resume. So I think this resume is good, but not better, only good. So you can see that the properly indentation is here, because this exact point to point, and like date, link, GitHub link also. So uh, if I recommend you make your resume like this. Not you can make your resume 100%, yeah, 1,000 times better than this, but you have to do like this. You can do it using MS Word also, but I think you will need more labor or more hard to do this, and you can easily achieve through latex. And I'm showing my question that, yeah, the first question in interview was, what is LT spice? So those who are from electronics and they have done any design, so they found that this question is like halwa or like LKG or nursery questions. So but these are the questions from basics, and if you failed in basic, then the bad impression will be, and they will not expect that you should go high because your basics is not your base. If your base is not good, then you cannot make multiple multi-story building. So you should focus your basics.
To answer this question, what we'll have to read?
Can you please not turn on your mic while Munazir bhai is speaking?
Actually, this question is for electronics background. So, to I can, if I ask from electronics, then most of able to answer this question. I am showing about the level of the question. In the first interview, they asked me what 16, but not only 16. There was around 20 question, 20 or 25 questions. Based on this, if they ask for like cadence, and they ask one question from my answer also. So they will ask like this much, like 16 or 20 questions, and that question the level will be all, like they will ask from basics level 1, and they will go high level, then high level, then high level, and in one time they will ask very high level. But you don't have to bother this, because they want to check your levels, that up to how much level you can go. Like you can answer like level 3 level 4, then this is good. You cannot answer all the questions of the interviewer. So in second interview, like this, the first interview was 27 at 3 p.m., and the second interview was 28 3 p.m. And then in the duration between first interview and second interview is one day, 24 hours, and 24 hours you will sleep 6 or 8 hours, or you will attend college, so you will not get sufficient time to prepare for this. So you have to prepare अर्लियर, यानी पहले से आपको हर चीज़ प्रीपेयर होने आना, यानी आप जब फाइनल ईयर पे हो, तो सिक्स सेमेस्टर में जब ऑफ कैंपस के लिए आप जा रहे हैं, तो आप ये सोचो कि मैं प्रिपेयर्ड हूँ, तब आप अप्लाई कर रहे हो, लाइक दैट। अगर सोच रहे हो कि मैं अप्लाई कर दिया हूँ, फिर मैं सोचूंगा पढ़ूंगा, तो दे विल नॉट गेट मच टाइम। And then the duration between the third and second is very large, because my manager went USA. So 18 and then 26, this is also a 10 days difference, because the difference, you see there, they hired me the first and second interview only, and the third and fourth was like optional. So they gave me much time also, and the final interview was around 15 or 20 minutes, and they also asked the a question, technical question from along with HRs, like explain your interest and skill. So this is the basic questions, you have to answer this. And this question is from my research paper project. And then name the EDA tool that you used, or that will be asked a different company, like different. And then why you do take interest in this job. So this question is, I think every interviewer will ask you these questions, irrespective of company, irrespective of job. So you should able to answer this, and you have to prepare question your answer for this question. So that's all from my side. So come back to question and answer session. Hmm.
Thank you, Munazir bhai. We'll be taking questions from the audience in a moment, and I also do have some questions for you. Before we get into the question, there's something I would like to say. As Munazir bhai talked about latex and its significance in his presentation, we at IEEE are organizing a workshop on latex on this coming Saturday and Sunday. I request everyone present here to attend the workshop as well. Munazir
That's
bhai, I
good,
do have some
very good.
questions for you. Yes. Before
Yes,
we
you
get
can
into
ask.
the audience, yes. Munazir bhai, can you share with us the strategy you used during a job search that you found particularly effective? What were any methods you wish you had known earlier?
Uh, in I saw you. I failed in all my campus placement. So I was in very means in very pressure situation, that I did not prepared for gate examination. I only prepared for placement, and you can think the 50% placement was over, and unluckily I did not got grab that opportunity. So I contact my seniors. Then my seniors are very good. they back me every time that you have a skills, and if you find an opportunity, then you can uh, crack that. So in my fourth year of BTech, I mostly work on my skills. So I learn skills in core domains. So in like in my electronics, there are multiple domains like analog and digital are the mains in core, and beyond that they are very. So I learned analog. I do an internship, and I think I learned the design part, uh, which I'm very interested for that. And I also make a command in digital also. So I thought I will not go into IT sector programming. So I have to focus on my core subjects. So I focus both domain. So if I got opportunity in either the domain, I'm able to crack that. So in my because I did not give my time in gate preparation, so I focused only my skills. Like I learned in the I learned industry standard tools like Cadence Virtuoso, which is very standard for EDA tools in electronics. I also learned Verilog, which is also industry standard tool. So, and I also did one research paper because I did one internship. I have done project in both the domains, and the main one thing remaining was research paper. So I did the research paper in analog domain, because in digital domain my major and minor project was in digital. So I was thinking both the domain. So I thought that I have two projects in digital, and then if I do research paper in analog, then I will be able to get grab the opportunity if any comes. And my seniors told me that you will get opportunity, you have to prepare for that. Be prepared that if a person asks you to give interview, then you can ready in 5 minutes. Then okay, let me interview. So you have to build your skills, you hark on your skills, then you will be able to get this opportunity.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you, Munazir bhai. Before we move
Okay,
into
any other
questions from the audience, I do have one last question.
okay.
Munazir bhai, how will you advise us for preparation for a job interview? Can you share any specific techniques or resources that may help us in succeeding in our interviews?
So in interview, I have already told the contribution that first you have to prepare your basics. Like if you are final year and you are thinking that the first year, I will forget the first year things, and the first year that the content that was in first year is irrelevant, then you are in bad situation. So you have to prepare your basics. The first if you prepare your basics, then you go to high level. And high level means you have to think critical on this, like not about exam आया पढ़ के दे दो फिर भूल जाओ. So there are many questions they ask about like reasoning. They will ask question in your core branch, but they will make changes. Like I am giving you the like one question is from inverter, that I'm giving you the what is introduction about inverter. The if you want to make inverter, then you need PMOS and NMOS. In top you need PMOS, and in bottom you need NMOS. So these are the structure of inverter. So they will ask what will be the changes or what will the effect if you replace that. If you make NMOS up and replace PMOS down, so what will the effect, what will the other things that will come. So you have to think like that. So like if you are reading like resistor, so it's not about Ohm's law, I v is equal to IR. You have to prepare like what are the reasonable or critical thinking, critical question that may be asked. So for this, yeah, you have to take feedback guidance from your senior only, because you as much you your potential, you will prefer for that. But is your potential is sufficient to crack the interview? That the question is not sure. So you have to ask your senior. And I think everyone has the one senior that you constantly contact him. Like I have two or three seniors. I I talk with them through once in a week. If I make one resume, then I send this like भाई ये सही है कि नहीं है, give your feedback on that. एंड मैं बताऊँ अपना कि जब मैं पहला इंटरव्यू दिया था तो मैं अपने सीनियर से 2 घंटे कॉल पे बात किया था रात में, यानी कल मेरा इंटरव्यू 3 बजे और मैं आज उनको, वो भी कॉल कॉम में है, मैं नाम नहीं बताऊंगा कि हो सकता है कि प्राइवेसी हो, तो मैं उनको कॉल किया रात में 8 बजे कि भाई क्या क्या कहूँ, तो वो मुझे 2 घंटे फ़ोन कॉल पे समझाए और उसमें से 50% क्वेश्चन वो पूछे, मतलब उन्होंने, हालांकि वो अलग डोमेन के थे, लेकिन वो कहे कि ये क्वेश्चन पूछ सकता है, the first and introduce yourself, you have to prepare introduction, and they asked me what, and I was confused how to start my introduction. So he told me that the first you will tell about your name, about your education, then about your projects, and then about your research work, then about your responsibility like any club, then other things. So I in one night before, I prepared my introduction part. So I recommend you all that you connect one of your seniors like that, and you contact frequently, that whenever you want to post, you just message him and he will reply that. And yeah, the things is that you have to prepare your introduction, you have to prepare your basics, you have to prepare your projects, you have to prepare your research, other work, like if you did any courses on Udemy, they may ask from that, so you have to prepare for that. And then they will may ask about your responsibility like your club. So if a skill is like leadership, then they ask you what are you doing in your club. And then your attract activities, like they may ask you about your hobbies, because यू थिंक, मैंने जब इंटरव्यू दिया था तो मैं सोचा था कि इंटरव्यू वाले प्रॉपर टेक्निकल होंगे और यानी वो हार्श होंगे क्योंकि वो बड़े लोग हैं, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं होते हैं सब, क्योंकि मैं देखा कि अक्सर बड़े कंपनी में क्या होता है कि हम्बल लोग होते हैं, तो वो आपसे बात करना चाहते हैं बहुत बार, ऐसा नहीं कि जस्ट दे विल आस्क अबाउट एंड क्वेश्चन एंड देन गो, नहीं ऐसा नहीं है, वो आपसे इंटरेक्शन चाहते हैं. So you have to frame your introduction like that. They may question, they may interact you like this. Like if you mention one hobby like I play cricket, and if that person also play cricket, then they will ask about is you play a leather ball or short boundary, long boundary, or that like that. So you think that the interview is like friendly, like I am giving viva. These things I told my seniors that don't think like this is my interview. Think like this is my viva. So when you go your college and you give viva, then there is no pressures, because if I don't able to don't able to answer one question, then one worksman will be cut. And if you think like that, then you cannot you will not feel pressure of interview. So that's the thing.
Thank
Hello,
you, Munazir bhai.
hello,
Now
Munazir
will
bhai.
we take
Assalamu alaikum.
हाँ जी, नजम साकिब.
Firstly, I want to ask you about how many interviews did you have faced on in your life? Just a rough idea.
एक
Munazir bhai,
एक जिसमें मैं सेलेक्ट हो गया था,
Ji?
एक ही.
Munazir bhai, before
बस
you answer,
मैं
I want to say something to everyone. Whoever
यस
wants
यस.
to ask a question can write the question in the chat box. I'll read out the question. Is that fine?
ओके
If you want to ask any question, you can write in the chat box. Otherwise, it will be chaotic here. Anyway,
ओके, यू
Munazir bhai,
कैन
you can
फॉलो
answer
द
this
अरी
question.
इंस्ट्रक्शन. हाँ, तो नजम साकिब, लकीली ऑफ कैंपस में मेरे पास दो अपॉर्चुनिटी था. एक था एनालॉग डिवाइस में और दूसरा सिनॉप्सिस में. तो एनालॉग डिवाइस में क्या हुआ था कि उसमें मतलब एमसीक्यू बेस्ड वो हुआ था, एग्ज़ाम हुआ था. तो वो भी शायद फोर्थ राउंड तक चला था. पहला राउंड उसमें मतलब रिटर्न था सब्जेक्टिव, एंड देन रेस्ट 3 वाज इंटरव्यू. सो उसमें अनलकीली मैं फर्स्ट राउंड पे ही एग्जिट हो गया था, बिकॉज द क्वेश्चन वाज अगेन एप्टीट्यूड, बिकॉज माई एप्टीट्यूड रीजनिंग इज़ वेरी वीक, एंड अनफॉर्चुनेटली आई कुड नॉट मेक कमांड ऑन दैट. तो उस पे मैं दूसरा था ये सिनॉप्सिस वाला. तो ऑफ कैंपस मेरे पास दो ही अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ आई थी, और सिनॉप्सिस वाला क्या था कि जो मेरा स्किल था वो 100% मैच था, और जो मैं चाहता था वही हुआ. मैं नहीं चाहता था कि मुझसे एप्टीट्यूड क्वेश्चन पूछे, मुझसे पजल सॉल्व करवाए, मुझसे प्रोग्रामिंग का क्वेश्चन पूछे, तो मतलब लकीली they have not asked about that. So they asked me about my core subjects, about my skill, about my internship, about my research, about my tools. So I could answer all the things. And in every interview, like they asked me about 20 or 22 questions. So only one or two question was there that I could not answer. So one out of 20 is a good numbers. And I know this from my senior, that if they ask you 20 question and you could not answer one or two question, then that's fine, because human is not a robot or any AI. सो मैंने जो अपना मतलब इस तरह की तैयारी किया था कि अगर अपार्ट फ्रॉम एप्टीट्यूड और रीजनिंग या सब्जेक्टिव आए तो मैं इसको क्रैक कर दूँ, और थैंक गॉड कि मैंने कर पाया। और मैं तैयारी किया था, ऐसे नहीं कि लकीली, या मतलब लकी तो है, ऐसे नहीं कि तुक्के में लगा था, बिकॉज मैंने अपने स्किल्स पे फोकस किया था। मुझे कैडेंस बहुत अच्छी तरह से आती थी, और अब जो काम करूँगा मैं वो वही काम है, क्योंकि मैं 2-3 दिन मेरा ट्रेनिंग हुआ था, तो मुझे वही सिखा रहा था जो मैंने अपने डिप्लोमा के सेकेंड थर्ड ईयर में किया था। यानी मुझे वो मतलब एक चीज़ सिखा रहे थे, मैंने कहा कि ये तो मैं 2018 में कर चुका हूँ, तो मुझे था कि मैच हुआ। तो आपको इस तरह से अपना मतलब पहले तो डोमेन चूज़ करना है, और ऐसा नहीं कि आप स्पेसिफिक एक डोमेन चूज़ करो। यू हैव टू बिकम वर्सेटाइल, बिकॉज ऐसा नहीं है कि आप जैसे सोचो वैसी हो, क्योंकि हमारे सोचने से दुनिया नहीं चलती है। हो सकता है कि आप जो चीज़ सोचो उस साल उसका अपॉर्चुनिटी ना आए और आपको जॉब चाहिए, तो आपको यू हैव टू मेक वर्सेटाइल।
Can I ask something?
Arif, I think my mic was off. I cannot hear you, Arif.
It's fine now.
Arif, your हाँ हाँ। अच्छा, मेरा माइक ऑफ था क्या अभी?
No, your mic was on. You were
अच्छा
clearly
No,
audible.
I mute the guys who were जिनका माइक खुल गया था मैंने उन्हें म्यूट कर दिया था. So
अच्छा।
that's
मैं
why.
लास्ट में देखा कि मैं म्यूट था, मैं सोचा कि मेरा सारा मेहनत बेकार हो गया। चलो ठीक है,
Okay,
नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन।
Munazir, we do have some questions in the chat box. Dheeraj has asked, is there any benefit of giving gate along with placement preparation?
हाँ, ये मैं खुद बताना चाह रहा था, एंड थैंक्स यू रिमेम्बर मी दैट। देखो, आप मेरा ये सजेशन है कि आप गेट एग्ज़ाम दो या ना दो, लेकिन आप गेट का प्रिपेयर ज़रूर हो। ये मेरा सजेशन, क्योंकि ऑन कैंपस में आपको जो क्वेश्चंस है वो क्वेश्चन तभी आप सॉल्व कर पाओगे जब आप गेट का एग्ज़ाम दोगे। यानी इस तरह से मान लो कि मेरे जो दोस्त थे जिन्होंने गेट का तैयारी किया था, वो जो जिया सेमीकंडक्टर का मतलब टेस्ट था, वो कह रहे थे कि कुछ नहीं हल हुआ है, मतलब बहुत आसान है, मैंने सारे कर दिए। और मेरे से हो नहीं रहा था क्योंकि मैंने उस तरह का तैयारी नहीं किया था। ठीक है, तो everyone will prepare for gate. If you don't write gate exam, that's fine, but if you prepared for gate exam, then the basics, you will find your basics will be clear, and you will also find that the aptitude reasoning part will